see where I'm at? I'm at Levi's Stadium, and you see the Niners faithful celebrating another NFC championship win. They're headed to yet another Super Bowl. They have the most wins in NFL history in the playoffs with 38. I mean, what are we doing? It's insanity. And I'm giving it to you live from the stadium. There's a celebration behind me. As you can see, they're giving out awards. They're at the stadium. I mean, they're celebrating with their families because guess what? Brock Purdy, the game manager. Apparently, he's not a game changer, but he changed this game. He changed this game for the Niners. They were down 24-7 at the half, outscored the Lions 27-7 in the second half. And guess whose arm it was on? Brock Purdy. Made a few mistakes in the first half. Did not play a perfect game, but when they needed to have it, another comeback win for the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy. I was sitting here with Joe Montana, Joe Cool, and all he could do is praise Brock Purdy. And he did it with to a number of receivers, whether it was Brandon Ayuk, it was Deebo Samuel, it was Christian McCaffrey. Whoever had to do it got it done. Jawan Jennings made enormous plays in this game. But sometimes Brock Purdy just had to do it with his legs. He did it with his legs. And I was told he was a game manager. No. He's just a game winner. Whatever it takes to get the game won is what Brock Purdy's going to do. Brock Purdy is the guy. Second-year quarterback. The first NFC championship game he came to, he left early with an injury. The second NFC championship game he came to after his first year in a full season of starting, he took his team to the Super Bowl. Now, this may seem common. This may seem pedestrian. This may seem game manager-ish to some people. But there are very few quarterbacks in their second season starting that have taken their team to the Super Bowl. And it definitely has never happened with a guy who was Mr. Irrelevant. Is he a game manager? Huh? Is he a game changer? He changed this game play after play, whether it's with his legs or his arm, completion to George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. He made the plays his team needed him to make, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He won the game. What do you play for, ladies and gentlemen? You play to win the game. Team down 24-7 at the half. Some would call that insurmountable odds. But again, Brock Purdy shows up. A second-year quarterback. This isn't a 5-year vet. This isn't a 10-year vet. This is a guy that was in the MVP conversation, though. A guy that was an MVP candidate. Probably should win the award, but that's a story for a different day because you're giving it to a guy who shrunk in the biggest moment, but that's a story for a different day. You can be frustrated all you want, but the tape is what the tape is. The plays that were made are the plays that were made. All I keep hearing is excuses. Brock Purdy's team scored 34 points in the NFC Championship when they needed to have it. The AFC Championship was 17-10. Kansas City Chiefs won. I don't know who scored 10, but the Kansas City Chiefs scored 17. So it seems like both teams played great defense in that game. But I was told one of the offenses was unstoppable. They had a player that could not be stopped, that could not be changed, that it was basically an inevitability. However, it wasn't inevitable. What was inevitable is exactly what I said at the beginning of my podcast in the beginning of this season. The Super Bowl will be the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Some would call it prophetic. I'm not a prophet. I don't know the future. I'm just a guy that turns on the tape. I watch it. I diagnose it. I analyze it as best as I can, and I give you my opinion of it. In my opinion, at the beginning of this season, said the Kansas City Chiefs should meet the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. And I told you Brock Purdy would take them there. There are only two quarterbacks in this Super Bowl. One of them is Brock Purdy. At some point, people are going to have to get the point. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. He didn't get a lot of credit early on. They said it was his defense. They said it was Bill Belichick, and then eventually they gave him credit. Give Brock Purdy the credit he deserves right now. Because everything you say he cannot do, he's done. Every time you say, man, this is the end. Every time you pray on his downfall, he shows you another way that he's going to get it done. And he got it done again. Now, if he gets it done against Patrick Mahomes, my goodness, we're talking legendary stuff because Patrick Mahomes is on a legendary run. He took down all the biggest monsters on his side of the bracket because Josh Allen was supposed to be in the same stratosphere as Patrick Mahomes. He went home. They said he couldn't do it on the road. He went on the road, sent Josh home. They said he can't send Lamar home, not with that #1 defense. He went on the road to Baltimore, sent Lamar home. He's in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes deserves a ton of credit. He is the guy. He is the mantle. He is the top of the mountain right now. But boy, y'all better start talking about Brock Purdy in that conversation the same way you talk about these other guys. I have not seen Josh Allen in a Super Bowl. I have not seen Josh Allen win an NFC or AFC championship game. I have not seen Lamar Jackson win an AFC or NFC championship game, but I have seen it from Brock Purdy. And one thing I have not seen from Brock Purdy, I have yet to see him lose a playoff game that he has started and finished. If he starts and finishes the playoff game, my guy Crocky, if you're not following Ed Crocker on the internet, on Twitter, then you're doing it wrong. Because when he starts and finishes a ball game, you might need to strike up the band because they're in trouble. That's all I got for you tonight. We're going to do a more complete recap tomorrow night tomorrow morning when it's all said and done. I got to get home, but this is what I got for you tonight. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, it's your boy Sherman. I'm out.